It's an easy name to remember. Yeah.
Welcome everyone to Iswareyi. It's really exciting to have it out in Pretoria. Us Joburgers really come here and it's quite an adventure to be out here. His idea of a cultural kind of evolution in South Africa and getting artists together to share their work, for people to engage with artists in a very intimate setting.
The writers, the performers, the singers never actually get to sit down and see what their motivations are. You can read about it in a blog, you can see them on TV, but this gives you an opportunity to ask a personal question to them.
It's informal, it's really relaxed, and you do get that, you can, and most of the times you do get that one-on-one with an artist, just to see their thought process, and how to, they get to the art that they finish.
It's my first time here. I think it's quite interesting to get in touch with the artists as well and speak to them, so that would be awesome. Yeah.
There she stands, this warrior. Each time, she's a warrior. Each time, she's this warrior. Each time, she's this warrior. Each time, and I want our kids to see us that way. We are in the generation that is breaking the silence.
Iduzazizizwe ubuthe unenceba bonke bahlekisa ngawe kunini na
I didn't expect it to be so well received, to get the sort of artists and the caliber that we've gotten. And for me, what it means to me personally is out of working in a very rigid world where I feel like there's a dichotomy of my life is facts, figures, and real stuff. Not saying that this isn't real, but this is something that I enjoy, and I feel that a part of me is growing. I love it.
Being involved in Iswareyi is my little bit of personal action in what I hope is a broader movement towards people incorporating and being more cognizant of the art in their everyday lives, and finding the value in the creation of it and the discussion of it and the development of it. Yeah. Because by developing stories, whether they be filmic, music or written, whatever, they all contribute, and positively.
born into a world of filth and stink, I would have prayed to God for forgiveness for my first sin. Taken your umbilical cord, our strongest link, used it as a noose around my neck and pulled on it tightly till I failed to breathe, till I failed to move, till I could no longer hear the sound of your heartbeat. Had I known that I would be born and disposed of, wrapped in papers and plastics, left alone in taxi ranks for ants and flies to find me, I would have refused any nutrients from your body, kicked your belly till I was born too premature to survive. Had I known that of a mother's love and a mother's care I would be denied, that all this time a weak bond was forming between mother and child, rather than to live a motherless life under a dark and polluted sky, in your womb, I would have chosen to die.
Sure.
She who was born to the ancestors, messenger whose voice forever was raised, heralding the oppressed from the abyss of hopelessness, each song an anthem. Anthems of gratitude sung to the children of ancestors that told of Africans at the center of knowledge, engendering fresh hope of futures anticipated. Anthems of gratitude sung to a legion of stalwarts of men and women in the prisons as you lamented, Bahleli bonke etilongweni, Bahleli bonke kwanonu, Bahleli bonke etilongweni, Bahleli bonke kwanonu, Bahleli bonke etilongweni, Bahleli bonke kwanonu. In the prisons of oppressive self-declared rulers of race, you warned them, Nansi ndoda emnyama ferevuti, Nansi ndoda emnyama ferevuti, Pasopa 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 nansi ndoda emnyama ferevuti.
Thethani kaloku zinkosi ngabantwana bamahlwempu aba, ngabantwana babantu abangathathi ntweni, ngabantwana babantu abangafundanga aba, abayazi uba bazawuqala bayephi nemthethweni ukuze bathethele abantwana babo, ngabantwana abangakhuselekanga, abaxuthwa intlaka emlonyeni nabo yokuba bafunde bazikhulise, bakhulise ingqondo. Thethani kaloku zinkosi zam, ndisekuni, thethani Khontrelesa, thethani Phathekile Holomisa, thethani Muwele Nonkonyane, thethani zinkosi nangamadoda egqibisa izosembu sabantwana abancinci, ayilosiko lethu eli.
Look at Cuba. I'm a small communist country. I'm despised by America, the most powerful nation on the planet. The highest literacy rates in the world, something like 91%. And where are we? Not even 50%. Something must be done.
I think it's difficult for people to read about what you write about them, and you know, in juxtaposed with what was going on in your life, because it's all a reaction.
Bonnie presented her book review, and that for me was, I mean, the book is such an intimate, personal story, and having it in that home with the people that were there really captured that, and the feeling was so warm and open and trusting, and it was just a fantastic night, and it's one of the nights that have stood out for me.
That's the book. It's as I say, it's an expression of anger for our leaders steal. They're thieves. That's got nothing to do with Africa being young. It's got a lot to do with character.
I don't know whether they read or they don't read. Well, I would like to believe they don't read books like this because you know suddenly, because this book is a mirror. They see themselves, and I think a person.
If those 30,000 MK, 50% of them had degrees, I think we would be living in a different country.
A little bit of vulnerability I see a lot as well, because the space is so intimate that the artists are right up on the faces of the audience. So I think it expresses that vulnerability, but also very warm and personal expression that people have to put on because it's such a small audience.
I never had to define myself. I wasn't a tomboy or a girly girl. I was just me.
Because you spoke about you felt the need of going back and changing it after you done with the first time. How do you know?
Because I had kind of an idea in mind when I started writing. And probably after I wrote the first chapter, I changed my mind already about the overall plot. So I kind of went with where the characters wanted to go, followed that kind of situation as opposed to my own story.
And time and again, when I'm hearing those booms, umavo, teaspoon, I will see the pride and the joy on my father's face. Come on, umavo, teaspoon, Ghana! And right at the front was Tlabiso, with his big horns, staring in the sky. Aye, guys, I'm telling you, I'll take those booms down the mountain, down to the river, where there was that good green grazing grass.
Mr. Ramadan Suleiman, a well-known film director and maker. We welcome you today to talk about your documentary, Iswareyi The Movement.
It's an unusual experience for me to see so many cultured natives.
If I could ask everyone to put their phones on silent.
A better person. We came from such different worlds, but he could give me some advice,
I'm happy that my wife is not here. I am a frustrated filmmaker in South Africa.
This is a very small token from Iswareyi for all your thoughts and inspiration. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.